Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, welcome everybody for the 5th day session. Hare Krishna. So, just a minute, let me share the screen. Hare Krishna. Om Ajnanatimirandhasya Jnananjanasalakaya Chakshurinmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Mukam Karoti Vachalam Pankum Lankayate Girim Yatrupatamaham Vande Shri Guru Dinatarinam Paramananda Madhavam Shri Chaitanyamishwaram. Nama Om Vishnu Padaya Krishna Preshtaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swami Nidinamine. Namaste Saraswati Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschatya Desatarine Jaya Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shivasati Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Yodha Pravishya Mamvajamimam Prasuttam Sanjeevayatya Gala Shakti Daraswadhamnam Anyam Sahasrana Shravanatvagani Namo Bhagavate Purushaya Tubhyam. Hare Krishna, welcome all again today. Very happy to receive you today for the 5th chapter of Bhagavad-gītā. So let us all learn Bhagavad-gītā and progress in our spiritual life as well as material life with peace, a lot of peace and a lot of knowledge. So we just finished the knowledge part of it, means like the Jnana Yoga portion, Jnana Yoga chapter of Bhagavad-gītā. Chapter 4, just to recapitulate. So we had 4 sections in this 4th chapter. We had divided this 4th chapter into 4 sections for easy understanding. Eternal education, which means knowledge that is applicable eternally for us, that we have to learn. And who can acquire such knowledge? A devotee, friend with relevant inquiry, who is willing to follow instruction, they can actually acquire this knowledge of eternal education. From whom we should take? We should take from a bona fide parampara, a bona fide university. And what is it all about? When does the Lord appear? And why does the Lord appear? All that we have learned. And what happens if you know this knowledge, if you have this knowledge? The second portion was Krishna removes misconceptions. There were many misconceptions, especially 2 we dealt with. One is about one misconception was like caste system. Another misconception was like there are so many ways to reach the same goal. The third one was how to remove the reactions. Karma, vikarma, akarma. We learned about the topmost sacrifice of chanting, reading, and sense control. How that is very important to find and kill the enemy within us. And then we discussed about how character is very important, more important than even caliber. We learned about the teacher, learned about the guru, the spiritual master, how he trains his disciple in sacrifice. So now the fifth chapter is the link. This is the link for the fifth chapter, from fourth chapter, fifth chapter. The fourth chapter, Krishna decided, okay, Krishna said, you approach a bona fide spiritual master, he will train you. How he will train you? This is how he will train. That is the fifth chapter. He trains in these ways. We have divided this chapter into 5 portions. One is about the first portion was, the first portion was about be like a lotus leaf. Second portion deals with 3 doers. Third portion deals with equal vision. Fourth portion deals with introduction to Ashtanga Yoga. Fifth portion deals with the peace formula. This is how this chapter runs. And we'll see the first portion. Be like a lotus leaf. What is the speciality of the lotus leaf? You can see it here. In the lotus leaf, if you put some water, the leaf will not get wet. The water will move here and there. Okay, even if you dip the lotus leaf into the water and take it out, the top portion of the lotus leaf will be without, it will not get wet at all. Amazing, right? This is the quality of lotus leaf. And we are supposed to be like that. Krishna is saying, Brahman yadhaya karmani sangam tektva karoti yaha lipyatena sapapena padmapatram ivambhasa. Who performs his duty without attachment, surrendering the results unto the Supreme Lord, is unaffected by a sinful action, as the lotus leaf is untouched by water. So we are supposed to be like lotus leaf. We are supposed to be acting without attachment. How is it possible to act without attachment? The action will start from attachment in our experience. Any action will start only if we like to do it, right? Liking to do it is called attachment. How do we do action without attachment? That is one question. Another question is surrendering all the results unto the Supreme Lord. How do you surrender? You are not even seeing the Supreme Lord in front of you. So then how do you surrender the result of our activities unto Him? And the third one is, how do we get unaffected by the sinful action? These are the 3 main questions from this verse, particular verse. So, how do we perform duty? How do we perform an action without attachment? Can you show any example of this? If you say, there are many things that we don't like to do. For example, we don't like to submit accounts. At the end of the year, accounts come and we have to submit it, and then we have to put the GST, put this, put that. So it is not going to bring any benefit to us. There is no profit coming out of this activity. We don't like to do only, but then we have to do it. We are not attached to doing it, but then we have to do it for the sake of submitting the accounts to the government or registrar or whoever it is. So we are supposed to submit our accounts to the authority that we don't like to do. We don't have attachment for doing that, but still we are doing it, isn't it? Why? Because we know we will get affected if you don't do it. Our business cannot go forward without doing this particular activity. So we do it without any attachment. Similarly, even activities in our house, activities in our office, activities in our business, any activity in this world should be done without attachment. If you go ahead with doing a lot of doing a lot of activities with attachment, then you will not be able to do it properly. For example, attachment to the results, especially attachment to the results. We have to surrender the results to Krishna. We are supposed to do that. For example, if a farmer is very attached to his results, he thinks, I need to get, at least I am putting, what do you call, say, what you are doing, say, I am putting brinjal this time. And I should get at least, I am spending so much money. I am spending some 5,000 rupees for this brinjal, for making this brinjal come out of the earth. Buying the thing, buying the seedlings and then planting it and then watering it and removing the weeds from it, and then continuously protecting from other living entities like cows, goats, and then maintaining it like that. So I am attached to the result of it. So then what I'll do, I want to get at least 10,000 rupees out of it. 1 kilo is costing around 50 rupees. So you have to get, 10,000 rupees, I have to sell so many kilos of brinjal. So I want to, if I get more than that, I will be too happy. Then what I will do, I will go buy some chemicals, fertilizers. Come and put it at the root of this tree. This innocent tree, they will take all these fertilizers and all the what we call the poisons that is there, the fertilizer will be stored in the fruit. And when the people come and buy the fruit and eat it, they get affected. Their health will get affected. Why? Because you became attached to your result. Therefore, other people have to pay for it. They have to go buy from you, and then they have to get also the reaction for it, for the poisons that is stored inside the fruit. Right? So, any activity done with attachment will be poisonous, will have poisonous effects. Will not be very good. You may get so much profit, but then you will be incurring that much of sin by doing that. So Krishna is saying, do your duty without attachment. See, like lotus leaf. You're asked to be like a lotus leaf. Water, even though it falls on the leaf, it is not attaching, it is not getting stuck in the leaf. Similarly, even though there are so many things, but we are not attached to it, we are just living it. And the results are surrendering to Krishna. We are surrendering the results to Supreme Lord Krishna. And what do we do for that? How do we surrender to Krishna? Krishna is saying that if you do an activity without attachment, the results I will give. When Krishna gives the result, it will be more. That means you may not get, so many kilos of brinjal out of it, but still what brinjal you get will be of quality, organic. Those who are eating that brinjal will not get affected. The result is good. So that can be offered to the Lord. If the result is bad, that cannot be offered to the Lord. Then what will happen? You will get so much of punya. You get so much of pious activity. You will improve. You will become self-confident. And your family, your parents, your children, your wife, your friends, everybody will be whoever is enjoying the result of this performance of activity, that those persons will be safe. Otherwise, you may get profit out of this, but you may be spending double, triple out of it from here. See? So therefore, you can do it without attachment, and then you should surrender the results to the Supreme Lord, so that you will not get affected by the sinful action. That is how we are supposed to be. So it's very nice to hear, but how to do that? Krishna is explaining 3 steps to achieve this position. How to be like a lotus leaf. Lotus leaf is very respectable, because if you want to get this quality, we have to do 3 steps. What are those 3 steps? Do your duty. Don't be attached to not doing your duty. Definitely you must do your duty. And be detached from the results also. As the result comes, as Krishna is giving me the result, I will take. I am not bothered about the results of it. and then control the senses. If you don't control the senses, you cannot be detached. If you are not detached, then you cannot do your duty properly. Therefore, to become like a lotus leaf, we must do these three steps. Do the duty, be detached from the results, and control the senses. These are the three steps. What are those duties that you must do? Mention do the duty. Definitely, the duty that is referred to here is the spiritual duties. We have told already there are two types of duties. One is spiritual duty and one is material duty. Material duty we know what to do, what not to do. But spiritual duty we are talking about, we have to do the duty. We have to know the ABCD of what is our duty. These are the four pictures that shows the ABCDs. What are those ABCDs? A. Association of devotees. You must associate with people who are devotees of the Lord. If you don't associate with the devotees of the Lord, then your mentality will become like those of whom you are associating with. So if you associate with devotees, you will know, you will develop those values, you will develop those kind of attitude. The devotee's attitude you will also develop. This way, we will be easily able to think of Krishna and be detached in our activity and offer the results to Krishna. Okay, then reading Bhagavad-gītā. That is B. Bhagavad-gītā you must read. Everyone should read Bhagavad-gītā. For what? For getting knowledge. Knowledge of what? Knowledge that I am actually not this body. I am spirit soul. I am part and parcel of Krishna. All these things we should know. That we will know. Our real spiritual identity will be revealed in the Bhagavad-gītā. So we must read Bhagavad-gītā and try to understand. And then we should do chanting of the holy name of Krishna. What do you gain by chanting? Simply saying Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. What do you get out of it? Some people may ask, what do you get out of chanting the holy name? Simply chanting, sitting down and wasting your time chanting. No, by chanting we get two things. See, the chanting, the great learned acharyas have noticed and are bringing it to our notice these two qualities of chanting, two results of chanting. By chanting the holy name of Krishna, it is Klesha Agni and Shubhada. Agni means fire. Klesha means miseries. It will put fire to the miseries. That means karma, nirdahari. It will burn to ashes. What? Kleshas. Our kleshas, that means our miseries, will burn to ashes by chanting the holy name of Krishna. So we will get out of so many miseries. And Shubhata it is. Shubhata means it gives you auspiciousness. Your life will become auspicious by chanting the holy name of Krishna. You will become happy and auspicious. All negative thoughts, all those things are inauspicious, Ashubha. But here, Shubhata, it gives you so much of happiness and so much of purity it gives you, chanting. And then there is diet. Diet means what? You offer whatever you are eating to Krishna. And that you take as prasadam. Then that will purify our consciousness. That means we should not eat what cannot be offered to the Lord. We don't offer non-vegetarian to Lord because it is simply dead bodies. And we eat quality food. Whichever quality comes under Rajoguna and Tamoguna, we reject. Similarly, therefore, we reject intoxicants. We reject all food that is in Rajoguna, like onions, garlics, these things we reject. You may say, oh, garlic, onion, they have so much of spiritual values. It's true, there are so many things that is having, this onion and garlic is having medical values, they may say. But there are so many things with medical, there are so many other herbs with medical values. But the acid that is contained within this is producing Rajoguna. Therefore, the Shastras mention, don't eat them. Don't eat this onion garlic. It's also grouped under non-vegetarian, even though it is available in vegetarian shops. So, therefore, we have a diet that can be offered to Krishna and then taken as prasad. Then our consciousness will remain very peaceful and very auspicious. Okay, this is our duty. So our spiritual life will drive away all the sinful life automatically, as both are incompatible. If somebody is spiritually oriented, doing all these different duties, whatever they do will not be sinful. Rest assured, they will be totally sinless and they automatically progress in their spiritual life. So therefore, the lotus leaf shows we should be detached from the results. Be like a lotus leaf, Krishna is saying. And so one who sees everything in life as profit and loss cannot have peace. 1 minute, some window is coming down. Let me try to repair that. One second. Sorry. Yes. So we have to be detached. Unless you are detached from the results of activities, you will not be able to give proper attention to your activities. It will simply create problem. It will simply create tension. For example, if you see everything in life as profit and loss, then you cannot have peace. Oh my God, so much is loss. There are people I know who will put calculation for how much they are spending for the education of the students, how much for the children, for their own sons and daughters, and how much they are spending for their parents, how much they are spending for themselves, and they will, they want to see everything is in a profit condition. Then only they will be happy. And the loss, even little bit loss, they cannot tolerate. Therefore, if you start seeing everything and don't see everything in profit and loss mode, see everything as our duty and then perform. The results will come according to Krishna's desire. Don't worry. Then you will be very peaceful. That is life's lesson. And must definitely control the sense. Why we should control the sense? We run after senses. In the life, we always are busy. If you say, have you chanted Hare Krishna Mahamantra? Sorry, Swamiji, we have no time. Did you read Bhagavad-gītā? I have no time at all to read Bhagavad-gītā. This is not the time. After my retirement, I will see. If I can read. That's all. Otherwise, gone. People don't understand the importance of it. You keep chasing sense gratification. Finally, you will be forced to stand. See the end. Forced to come to an end. Then you will be totally worried. Be totally, smashed. With all that you have earned in your life, you cannot do anything. You have to go into your graveyard. Therefore, must definitely control the sense. For controlling the sense, yesterday we spoke about regulatory principles. There are 4 regulatory principles that we should follow for the sake of controlling our senses. And what are those regulatory principles? What are those principles, first of all? Let us see. In our life, we see what is dharma. Dharma means righteousness. Righteousness is a platform that stands on 4 legs. Righteousness requires these 4 things to support. So one is mercy, one is truthfulness, one is austerity, then one is cleanliness. So if you don't have mercy, mercy includes, that say somebody is killing an animal and eating meat. Mercy, the mercy is gone. See the next one. Say meat eating. By doing meat eating, the element, the pillar called, mercy, that is gone. Then what will happen to the platform of dharma? Dharma is standing on 4 legs, like a table. You just imagine there's a table with 4 legs. One leg is mercy, another leg is truthfulness, another leg is austerity, another leg is cleanliness. And one by one, these legs we cut off. If one leg is not there, also dharma cannot stand properly. That means you are following adharma. That means in your life there is no stand for dharma. Dharma cannot stand in your life. So therefore, we are performing activity that is falling under the category of adharma. And that means we cannot have peace of mind. That means we cannot have Krishna with us. That means we are not learning Bhagavad-gītā. We are not putting them into practice. That means a lot of things. Therefore, these four pillars are very, very important. We have to perfectly keep these pillars up. Otherwise, you cannot stand on the Dharma platform. And by eating meat, we are encouraging killing of animals, innocent living entities. And then we eat their meat, we eat the dead bodies. That means our mercy, the element of mercy will go from our consciousness. We are not bothered about the mercy. We are able to kill an animal and eat their meat for the satisfaction of our tongue. That means the element of mercy is gone in our life. That means we are no more living on a dharmic platform. And then no gambling. Gambling is the place where ultimate falsehood is available. Gambling means somehow or other cheat or bet, steal or borrow and enjoy. This is gambling. By telling the untruth, by speaking lies, by doing so many of these activities, you crush the pillar of truthfulness. That means the platform of Dharma is further down. You will not be able to stay on the platform of Dharma if you are not speaking the truth. And then there is austerity, intoxication. People who are taking intoxication, they cannot perform any activity. We are not supposed to take any intoxicants because the intoxicants will make us addicted. One nature of intoxication is we will become addicted to it. There are big things like, you take rum, you take this kind of, liquor. These things will spoil your consciousness and you will not be able to take any of the austerities. Ekadashi is coming, you cannot be without drinking. See? Similarly, you have very mild intoxicants like coffee. Like if you go to homeopathy doctor, they will give you a medicine and they will tell you, please don't take coffee. When you are taking homeopathy medicine, you are not supposed to take coffee. The homeo doctor will say, why? Because coffee is having that influence. Coffee, if you take coffee, that means the homeo medicine will not work. It is an antidote for the homeo medicine. That means it is not good generally for the body. Similarly, tea, if you don't take tea, every day you are taking tea at 8 o'clock in the morning, and if you don't get it at 8 o'clock, by 8:30 you will develop a headache. You have to somehow get it. You have to put that liquid into your mouth somehow or other. Then only you will become happy. So that means you are getting addicted. Anything that makes you addicted, that is not good. So that means you will not have austerity. If you don't have austerity, then what you will do? You will like to enjoy all the time. And if you enjoy all the time, it will be at the cost of somebody else also. You don't mind. You want to enjoy. Therefore, you must give up this intoxication business. And then because by intoxication, austerity will be lost. That means the Dharma is not having three legs, standing on one leg of cleanliness. So that one leg is cleanliness. Internally and externally you are supposed to be clean. For external cleanness, you have to avoid illicit sex. The connection with people who are not married to, you are married to. You should not have any kind of interactions with other people whom you are not married to, kind of bodily interactions. So that's very bad. That creates a very bad consciousness in us. We will not be able to surrender to Lord by doing this because our mind becomes unclean. How to purify our mind and how to purify our body? Our mind can be purified, mantra, by chanting the mantra. Manoyatrayate iti mantraha. By chanting the holy name of the Lord, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. By chanting this Maha Mantra, you can clean your mind. You cannot clean the mind by drinking some soap water or something. So cleaning the mind is possible only by chanting the holy name. Manoyatrayate iti mantraha. And cleaning the body, you can follow the guidelines, the moral guidelines properly for meant for the body and the mind. And then you take bath morning and evening. This way you can remain clean. And if you have all these four legs in place, mercy, truthfulness, austerity, cleanliness, that means if you follow the four regulative principles of no meat eating, no gambling, no intoxication, and no illicit sex, then you are on the platform of dharma. We are not simply talking, we are doing something in our life. We want to practice our devotional studies. We want to go back to Krishna seriously. If you are a person who is not duplicitous, we must do according to the instruction of Krishna, because this was spoken by Krishna in Bhagavad-gītā in the 5th chapter. If you don't do this, there will be chaos. There will be chaos. There will be no regulations. There will be chaos, total chaos. We cannot progress whatsoever in our spiritual life. Even progressing in material life itself is very bad, very difficult with these four kind of activities, abominable activities, we should say. The lesson is, if you do lesser sin, the lesser we suffer. The more we become sinless, the more we become happy. This is the life lesson that we have to learn from this. Therefore, we should be like a lotus leaf. We should not get attached by the results, and we should simply perform activities for the sake of Krishna's pleasure. Then you will become happy. Then we are coming to the second session. In the beginning, we spoke about five different subjects. One is be like a lotus leaf. We finished that. Now we are going to the three doers from 13th shloka to 16th shloka. We are talking about that. So here, three doers. Who are the three doers? It's a shloka from Bhagavad-gītā, 13th shloka from the first verse 5. Sarvakarmani manasa sanyasyaste sukham vashi navadvare pure dehi naiva kurvanna karayan. See, new things are coming up. When the embodied living being controls his nature and mentally renounces all actions, he resides happily in the city of 9 gates, material body, neither working nor causing work to be done. This is very important shloka. See, you see the Navadvare Pure Dehi, the explanation of 9 gates of the body. The body is called the city of 9 gates. What are those 9 gates? 2 nostrils, 2 ears, 2 eyes, 1 mouth, then you have 1 genital and 1 anus. These are the 9 holes in the body. It is like somebody put you inside a sack and putting 2 holes at the place of ear, at the place of eyes, 2 holes in the place of ear, 2 holes in the place of nostril, 1 hole in the place of mouth, and 1 place in the anus, 1 place in the genitals. So this way there are 9 holes. You are sitting inside a sack of 9 holes. Or you are living, to speak more broadly, like Krishna is giving, citing example, in a city of body. In the city we are so happily enjoying this body. And we are with 9 gates. All the dirty things are going through the lower gates, and input is going through the upper gate, and you are able to see wonderful things through the gate of eyes. We are able to hear wonderful things through the nostril of the holes of nostril, like that. So in this body we are living. See, body is just a machine. Body is just something like this, but actually who is living is the soul. And what is the purpose of this city? It will facilitate enjoyment. Our enjoyment, as the soul is desiring, the body can be used for enjoyment. That is the purpose of this city. And why do we keep changing the city, changing the body? Because we are constantly chasing for happiness. See, this man is chasing for happiness. You can see sometimes the asses, those days when there were no big lorries and all that, years before, maybe some 100, 200 years before. And people used to carry things on the top of the donkeys. The donkeys refuse to walk. They want to go and eat the grass on the sides. So what they do is they make a bunch of grass and put it like this in front of the mouth. And the ass will walk to eat the grass, but then the ass will not know where he is going. The person will go next to him and he will change the direction alone of the asses. But the ass is going for not from one place to the other destination. The ass's destination is only how to eat the grass. All around there is grass, but the ass is thinking, I can only eat this grass. And the ass is going behind the grass. As the ass move, the grass also will move. See this man, where is he heading to? He is heading to his own graveyard. See? Because the body itself, the city itself is temporary. And how can you live happily in the city forever? Not possible. Because the city itself is temporary. That we should know. So, what do we get in the whole process? What we get is only misery. Sometimes short-lived happinesses. Simple, little bit happiness. And then mostly misery. Life is full of misery. Somebody died, somebody this happened, that happened. Some little bit of, for earning livelihood, there is such a misery, so much of trouble we have to undertake. But for all that, we get some little happiness. Flickering happiness we get. And for that, we are actually losing a main purpose in life. So how do I acquire the city? How do I get this body? I get this body according to my desire. Based on my desire, I get this body. Based on what I deserve also, I get this body. That's called karma. If you have performed wonderful karmas nicely, and then you get the body accordingly. See, for example, here you can see somebody is performing righteous activities. They are worshipping the Lord, helping somebody else. So this way they can go back to Krishna. See, here somebody is giving a donation to a sadhu, and somebody is doing good, and then he is going to heavenly planets and enjoying as a result. That's a karma he has received. And here this person is indiscriminately eating and drinking, then he does not need a human body. He needs only a fixed body to do the same activity. Therefore, he gets a fixed body. And then see, this person is doing something abominable, then he gets a body of a dog. And who is watching all these things? Paramatma is watching. An unfailable witness is watching. This person can never fail because Paramatma is always right. It's always there, witnessing all our thoughts, not only activities. Even our thoughts are being watched by Paramatma, and then Paramatma takes note of it. All right, you have a desire like that. Okay, you go become a pig. All right, you have a desire like that. Okay, you can go to heavenly planets. The Paramatma decides, and then the Atma gets a body in that place, in that body. So, but if you desire so much also, it's not possible. After doing this kind of abominable activities, if you desire to go to heaven or go to Vaikuntha, impossible. Impossible. You will actually put into this body only. Therefore, we must avoid all these abominable activities and perform devotional service so that we can go back to Krishna. Otherwise, we will get another city. Now the present city is the human body, but another city would be abominable. We don't know. We will only suffer. We will only suffer. There is no enjoyment anywhere. Only suffer. Yeah, see. And another thing is, what is the nature of the body? The nature of body is, it is actually taking us towards some destiny, which is, blindfold we are taken. We don't know what's happening. We have no control over our body. We cannot remain, okay, all right, now I am 16 years old. Now I am 20 years old. Hereafter I will not grow. I will remain 20 years all the time. It is not possible. As time goes, you will helplessly become old. You will helplessly die. You will helplessly become, invalid. So it is not that we are fully under the control of our body. It is only that we have a control over whether to live sinful life or lead a sinless life. That's the only choice that we can have. Otherwise, it grows and runs without my control, my body. You cannot say it is my body because it's going beyond my control. So we learned about the second doer. The first doer is the body. Okay. The second doer is a soul. How do things happen inside the body? According to the desire of the soul that possesses the body. So the soul always desires for happiness. And for happiness, If you select sinful activities, then you suffer. You're getting another body. And if you choose pious actions for the happiness of this body, then you will get a pious body of demigods or human beings, or living in a better family, taking birth in a better family with better conditions of life. We may do all that according to our karma, and easily we get into an illusion that I am this city, I am this body. This is the greatest illusion that we have, that we are into actually. So the first doer was the body, second one is the soul. And you say your inequality. You say, oh, God is so cruel, God is not equal to everybody. Otherwise, why somebody is suffering, why somebody is enjoying? It is all because of our own, is onus on us actually. It is all because of our own desire. The choice is ours. Any time we have a choice. We have any given time we have a choice to either select sinful life or select pious life. If you select pious life, you can be happy. If you select sinful life, you can be very unhappy. It is our choice. It is not God giving these opportunities. It is our own selection that we must do. And then the life lesson from this, the laws of nature are very stringent. The moment you desire, you had it, and then you get a similar body that is able to fulfill that type of a desire. Therefore, laws of nature are very stringent. Be very careful. We cannot play innocent at the time of death. The law knows the laws of nature are governed by Krishna. So he knows very well what we actually desire. We get a body like that. If you actually desire to go back to Krishna, you would have acted that way, and then with the body and the mind, and then you will definitely go back to Krishna. If you want to enjoy unrestrictedly, you may get a fixed body. I may get a fixed body if I want to enjoy unrestrictedly. So in this way, laws of nature are very stringent. You cannot bribe anybody. You cannot get out of it. Nature will reward as you desire. Then the third person is super soul. So the body is acting under the instruction of the soul. Soul desired, so the body is acting. So now, how the soul is able to do action? It is only by the permission of super soul, Paramatma. He is a supplier. He is the benefactor. He is a supplier of all the ingredients of the city, and he is a source of the spirit soul. Tenamabi, Trinamabi Nachalati. Tena Vina, Trinamabi Nachalati. Without his sanction, even a blade of grass can't move. Therefore, our activities, our desires are sanctioned by Super Soul. Upadrishta Anumanda. The Super Soul does two activities. One is Upadrishta. He tells the soul, don't do this, it is not good for you. And then he is Anumanta. Then he, seeing the deep desire of the soul, he acts. Sometimes he keeps, okay. He sanctions according to the desire. That means you need to be qualified more. You need to be more purified. The more suffering you undergo, the more you purify. Therefore, you get this body, and then you suffer. Then come back to human body. Then again, you will never think of going down to that platform. So the super soul will actually, what happened? Super soul will actually manage the person's movement. Desires. According to the desire, he will avoid. And then Paramatma, it's a famous saying, man proposes and God disposes. Based on karma and desire. God will not dispose irrespective of your karma and desire. God will dispose only your karma, according to your karma, according to your desire. If you want to have a palatial house, then you need to pay more rent. And if you don't want to pay so much of rent, you will get a 1 bedroom, 1 BHK house, right? So according to your money, you can choose the apartment. Similarly, according to your karma, you can choose the life that you want. If you can afford the life of a demigod who is, in the heavenly planets, you can enjoy unlimitedly. That means that much punya you must have in this life. That much of punya, that much of karma you must have earned to go to the heavenly planets, and you have to desire to do that. And then if you have a desire to enjoy cheaply, then you may get the cheap bodies of animals, like a dog, a pig, a hog, or whatever, an animal's body, according to your desire. Because you have a desire to enjoy, but you have only so much karma. But you have a desire to enjoy, you have so much karma, you get that much of a big life. Lesson is, the Lord cannot be blamed. He acts only as a facilitator. As you want, so He gives. Otherwise, He is not deciding, okay, let this person go to hell. He is not an unfair person to do that. He wants everybody to come back to Him. That is the reason why He comes down and speaks Bhagavad-gītā. But then, unfortunately, we are on different platforms. Then we go to different places. Therefore, the Lord cannot be blamed for any of our activities or any of our, destinations. The third portion was about equal vision. Vidya Vinaya Sampanne Brahmane Gavihastani Suni Chaivasya Pakecha Panditaha Samadarshinaha. Humble sages, the humble sages, by virtue of true knowledge, see with equal vision a learned and gentle Brahmana, a cow, an elephant, a dog, and a dog eater, outcast. So this means the moment you have vidya, you have knowledge, then you also have vinaya. Vinaya means very humble, virtue, humbleness. So when you have vidya, information, when you have knowledge, then you will automatically be humble. Then such a person, he is a brahmana, an elephant, a cow, a dog eater. Everybody has part and parcel of Krishna. He sees everyone as a temple. The equal vision. Let us see the effect and implication of what is equal vision. So the effect is, if you see you have Bhagavad-gītā in your brain, that means you understood what is Bhagavad-gītā, and then you are seeing according to that knowledge. When we see the world, we see the world according to our knowledge, right? If you read Bhagavad-gītā, and according to the knowledge of Bhagavad-gītā, when you see the world, you can see very clearly these three doers: body, soul, and Paramatma. Okay? Body, Atma, and Paramatma. And he sees the presence of the Supreme Soul in every living entity, like this. You see the presence of Supreme Lord in every living entity. Then the implication of equal vision on oneself and in seeing others. And the implication on oneself is, naturally we become tolerant. Like if you have some problem in your house, you just tolerate, right? So you don't retaliate with people in their house. You will pray to Krishna, please give them good intelligence so that they will not repeat this mistake again. You tolerate. Naturally you become tolerant, and you become genuine and kind. You become genuinely kind you will become. And you will also give up unrealistic expectation from yourself and others. So in this way, we become more, we become more cultured, more advanced in our level of understanding this world. The implication in seeing others is universal brotherhood, Vasudhaiva Kudumbakam. You see everybody as a brother, and you see every body as a temple of the Lord. The Lord is residing in every body. And you will be able to see Krishna everywhere, actually. Stavara, Jagama, everywhere you will be able to see. So that is, let's take a peek on the preview in Ashtanga Yoga. In Ashtanga Yoga, what Krishna says about Ashtanga Yoga is how we become controlled, self-controlled. How we become self-controlled. So there are 8 Ashtanga means 8 angas of yoga. Yoga means, in Judaism, yoga, that which connects us to Krishna. Ashtanga means 8 parts of this yoga. What are those 8 parts? Asana, pranayama, pratyahara, dharana, dhyana, samadhi. This way, we have 8 different sections of our improvement. That means when we actually perform activities, bodily activities, we perform according to our desires. We don't see what is good for the body. We see what is good for my enjoyment. If you act in that way, you can never become a yogi. That's what Krishna is saying. You must not misuse the instrument that is given to you, the body that is given to you. And that should be properly used. And for saying that, Krishna is explaining the whole, he has dedicated the whole chapter of 6th chapter of Dhyana Yoga for that only, Ashtanga Yoga only, explaining what is Ashtanga Yoga, what is perfection in Ashtanga Yoga. Tomorrow that we will see. That's why we are just giving an introduction to Ashtanga Yoga. Tomorrow is the heavy topic. That's on Ashtanga Yoga. Then we will see more details in that. It will be very interesting. And this Ashtanga Yoga helps a person to actually understand, I am not this body. You look after this body so well that you will be awarded the realization that actually you are not this body. This body is only an instrument. As we use it, we can use it for longer time or lesser time. If you exploit it too much, then you can use it for lesser time. And if you give proper concentration on using it properly, then you can use it for your own progress, both in spiritual life. Body is very important. Even for spiritual life, the body is very useful. Therefore, Krishna is explaining about the Ashtanga Yoga and how you can connect with Krishna through the body also. That is being explained by tomorrow. And then you have the final shloka of the 5th chapter. Bhoktaram vidyatapasam Bhoktaram vidyatapasam sarvaloga maheshwaram suhridam sarvabhudanam nyatva mam shantamrichali. A person in full consciousness of me, knowing me to be the ultimate beneficiary of all sacrifice and austerities, the supreme lord of all planets and demigods, and the benefactor and well-wisher of all living entities, attains peace from pangs of material miseries. Attains peace from the pangs of material miseries. This is one statement. This we will actually dissect and see the shloka. So you are supposed to know God. Nyatva mam. That means if you know Krishna like this, those who know, Krishna is saying, a person in full consciousness of me, knowing me to be. That means Nyatva. If you know God, you will know peace. If you don't know God, no peace. No God, no peace. No God, no peace. So this is the fact of life actually. If you read Bhagavad-gītā, you can be very peaceful. And if you don't read Bhagavad-gītā, you can be really crazy. You can go. So understand, we must understand God. How we should understand? We should understand God the way He wants us to understand Him. So He is giving 3. He's giving. He wants us to understand Him in 3 ways. One way is Moktaram Vidyatapasam, another way is Sarvalogam Maheshwaram, another way is Sukridam Sarvabhudana. Let us see one by one. What is this? This is Moktaram Vidyatapasam. We are supposed to understand Him as the enjoyer of all sacrifices and penances. Tapasa means penance and Yajna means sacrifices. He is the enjoyer of all sacrifices and penances. And we are supposed to offer everything in the transcendental service of the Lord. Therefore, because He is the enjoyer, so we should offer everything to Him. It's a story of a lady, a fruit vendor in Vrindavan. When Krishna was present in Vrindavan, that time Krishna was a small baby and he was not even wearing a kaupin. That much age, 1 or 2 years only. And he has seen those days there was barter system in prevalence. So he has seen Nanda Maharaj and Yashoda Mai giving milk and taking whatever they want in turn. Giving grains and taking fruits. Giving what you have and take what you don't have. That was the barter system. Not those days the money was not simply some paper like today. So Krishna has seen that. So one, as the fruit vendor was calling the names of different fruits, and she was going, oh, apple, do you want, anybody wants apple, orange, sapota, whatever, different bananas, different fruits name. She is shouting and she is passing by. And then Krishna came and told, wait, I want these fruits, please wait. Because Krishna knew this fruit vendor is a nice person. So he stopped her from going further. He said, no, please wait, I want to buy. Then he went inside to take some rice. He took some rice in his hand, small hand, and as he was running towards outside, half of the rice is fallen from the, the sides. Finally, when he came back to this fruit vendor, opened the hand, it was only some couple of pieces of rice in the hand. Then Krishna said, oh, he just looked back, so much rice fallen down. He asked, is this enough for me to get these fruits? And then she said, yeah, more than enough. I will give you all the fruits. What do you want? And then she gives all the fruits to Krishna. And Krishna receives all that. And then she is asking him the name, what is your name? Then he says, my name is Govinda. Then again she's asking, what? I didn't hear, what is your name? And he said, Damodara. Then again he said, my name is, Madhava, like that. Different names he told. And then this lady was so, happy to see Krishna. And she wanted to just take him, just wanted to make him sit on her lap. And then she asked, can you please sit on my lap for a minute? And then he said, no, if Mama comes, Yashodamaya comes, and she says she will chastise me. But still, because you're asking me, I will do. He just went and, placed his back for a minute at the lap of this lady. The lady became so happy. She became so happy, overwhelmed in ecstasy. And then she got up and she left. And as she was walking, she was only chanting, Govinda Damodara Madhavedi, Govinda Damodara Madhavedi, Govinda Damodara Madhava. Like that, she called Krishna's name. She forgot the names of the fruits. And she called, and she went home. And she saw so much of, she has come for money. She has seen so much of invaluable wealth in a fruit basket. That poor lady. And then she became, but nobody has seen her again in Vrindavan. She has gone back to Krishna because of his mercy. See, as a result of giving everything to Krishna, you will actually go back to Krishna. You will actually enjoy, see, the result of it. So much, how much ever wealth you want, you will get. So much of wealth you will get. By giving, we are suffering for making wealth so much. But the secret you can see, by giving Krishna, you will get so much of wealth. What is required? More than that you will get. So everybody can understand this actually from this pastime of Krishna in Vrindavan. And then, so if I think I am the enjoyer, that would blind me to the cycle of action and reaction. Means it is mine, it is mine, it is mine. You keep possessing that and you want more. For getting more, you get another birth. Action, reaction cycle we get into. Very dangerous. And Sarvaloka Maheshwaram, no one is greater than Krishna. And everybody, the greatest demigods are below Krishna. Everybody is the supreme proprietor of everything. That we must know. And we are only temporary owners. Whatever we may possess, we are only temporary owners. Even big business magnates, they are only temporary owners of the big business fruits. Actually, the owner of everything eternally is Krishna. Sobhudam Sarva Bhodanam. He is the benefactor and well-wisher of all living entities. Everybody is Krishna's friends. Every Atma is having some connection with Krishna. This is a pictorial representation of a statement in a book called Bhagavad-gītā, one of the scriptures, where Krishna, it describes how Krishna receives us when we go back to him. When you go back to Goloka Vrindavana, where Krishna is eternally present, and Krishna comes running, and he will come and embrace us, and he will ask, it seems, oh, my dear so-and-so, we all have a different name there in the spiritual world. My dear so-and-so, how could you leave me for so long? So he will shed tears. He is so, actually Krishna is missing all of us. The more we remain here, the more Krishna is missing us. So he wants us back home, back to Godhead. So his Suhridam is the ultimate friend of everybody. Even for elephants, even for lions, even for so many big blue whales, their food is available. It's only because it is provided by Krishna. Krishna is the provider for everyone. Krishna is the shelter for everyone because he is a friend of everyone. He wants to see everybody happy. Therefore, he has created 84 lakh species of life. Whatever we want to enjoy, Krishna is allowing us to enjoy. But then ultimately, we have to go back to him. So he inspires everyone to go back to him. So if Krishna is friend of everyone, then how can we have enemy? Krishna is friend of everyone. So everyone is our friend also. Because a friend's friend is a friend. Okay? The essence of this chapter is we have to be like lotus leaf. We have to do our duty without attachment, and we have to control our senses. And we very seriously discuss about 4 pillars of dharma, how we should not break it. And then the 3 doers, body, soul, and super soul. And then we must have equal vision. The effect is wonderful. And the 4th one is introduction to Ashtanga Yoga. Then we spoke about peace formula. That everything is meant for Lord's pleasure, and because he's the proprietor of all planets and demigods, and he's the well-wisher of everyone. Thank you very much. Hare Krishna. So let us actually read Bhagavad-gītā. Krishna is talking, so let us hear. Krishna is talking through Bhagavad-gītā, so let us hear. Okay? Thank you very much. Hare Krishna. You could ask any questions or comments. I hope.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji.
I'm reading.
I didn't have no doubts, Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji. Dandavat pranam.
Prabhuji, you told that you have a WhatsApp group, but we didn't got that.
We are forming it. In another 2-3 days time, we will be floating it. Okay, we will inform you that.
Okay, Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji. Dandavat
I hope
pranam.
everybody has registered in the link, right?
Yes,
I
Prabhuji.
Hare
understand.
Krishna.
I had no doubts, Prabhuji.
I have one
One
question.
minute.
Yeah, please tell me. Right.
Like while chanting, it is told Kleshagni and Shubhada chanting. So can you please tell me here?
Yeah. Chanting of the holy name of Krishna is having 2 effects. One is Kleshagni and one is Shubhada. Agni means fire and Klesha means misery. It is putting fire on all the miseries. That means the miseries will disappear by chanting the holy name of Krishna. That is an automatic effect. The more you chant the holy name with faith and attention, the more suffering and the more misery we will lose. We will actually burn all the miseries, and then it will bring in auspiciousness in our life. Our mind will become peaceful, and whoever sees us also will become peaceful. So this way we can radiate peacefulness. We can also become free from all miseries. The miseries won't affect us much. This is the effect of chanting the holy name of Krishna. This is what explained by Acharyas. This is also the experience of every devotee who chants Hare Krishna Mahamantra. Okay?
Hare Krishna Prabhuji. Dandavat pranam. Your
Hare Krishna
explanation.
Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji. Dandavat pranam. Your explanation is good. So my question is, how can we not suffer from everything in case of
Okay.
how can we not suffer from something in case we want to become healthy person?
The chanting of the holy name of Krishna will purify our consciousness. When the consciousness is purified, we will see everything as it is. Just like in the darkness, we are afraid. We are not at peace because we don't know what is there. We are not able to discriminate where to go, which side to move. We don't know in the darkness. But then when light comes, then our fear dissipates, right? Similarly, by chanting the holy name of Krishna, actually the light will come. That means it will become clear who I am, who is Krishna, and am I on the right direction? Everything will become crystal clear. And as you know things properly, then the darkness disappears, and then you become peaceful. then all the kleshas will go, all the miseries will go. We have no, because in the night we are afraid whether thieves are there or ghosts and goblins are there. We are afraid of so many things in the night. Therefore, we are not walking in the night on the street. But in the daytime, actually, what is not there in the daytime, night also nothing is there. But then we are afraid of darkness. We are afraid due to our ignorance. By chanting the holy name of Krishna, our consciousness gets cleared, and then we will be able to see things as they are. Then there is no more misery. You become happy. You will understand the nature of the body. You will understand the nature of the world. You will understand the nature of Krishna, and you will be able to embrace the right nature of Krishna. Then you will become very happy. Right?
Hello, sir. Guruji.
Yeah.
Guru,
Are you
Guruji.
clear?
Hare Krishna, Guruji.
Hare Krishna, yes. Tell me.
Your explanation is really very good, Guruji. There was one slide which was telling that based on our desires and karma, we get from the Lord. Lord is a facilitator. Krishna is a facilitator.
You want to see that slide or what?
No, I have a doubt there.
Yeah.
Guruji, there are people who don't do good to others. Okay. They have all bad thoughts and they never have empathy, or they don't have good thoughts, or no, neither they are generous. But still, they are leading a happy life. Happy life means they get whatever they want in their own way. Will the Lord or Krishna support the people by their deeds or by their prayers or desires?
No, the point is, like, whatever they are enjoying now is the result of their previous karma. Whatever they are performing now, the result of it will come in future. So we don't have to worry about that, because whatever our karma is only we will get. Like in Bible also there's a saying that the sinners, God will make the sinners grow like a big huge palm tree. Huge palm tree. Palm tree, what's the specialty of palm tree? When there's a heavy wind, the palm tree is so lean, so thin, it falls off. Similarly, the poppies, the people who are sinners, they become so tall sometimes, but then they have no base, they have no no strong hold. Therefore, a small calamity comes, they will fall down. So therefore, it is not that God will always punish, because those who are the wrongdoers also dear to God. Because of their misunderstanding, they are doing wrong things. So Krishna actually prefers to change everybody into, that is why he is sending devotees. He is telling everybody, Krishna is openly saying in Bhagavad-gītā that those who preach this message to others are very dear to me, because he wants everybody to be back to him. So therefore, nobody is bad, nobody is good, but everybody is a servant of Krishna. Therefore, everybody has to go back to Krishna. So therefore, we don't have to see the goodness and badness in people, but then we can see that there are people who are servants of God. Now they are not realizing it. If some means or the other we can make them understand that, it will be very nice. If they are not understanding, it is better to leave it and go. And then we go for our side. Whatever Krishna is given us, we should thank him, we should be happy and keep moving with that.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji,
Thank you, Guruji.
Thank you.
Hare Krishna
can you
Prabhuji.
please show the last life lesson?
Pardon?
Last life lesson.
Last life lesson you meant to show. I'll share the screen.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna. Yes?
I have a doubt.
Yeah.
For kids like us, how to detach the results of our work?
How to detach the results of our work by offering it to Krishna. By offering it to Krishna. When we do something, see, you are now a student, okay? You are learning something. So,
Yes,
your activity is studying. You study mathematics, you see environmental sciences, you will study languages, you will study so many things. So in this, while studying, what should be our consciousness? We should think that all these things are different things I need to learn, so that in future I can put all of them, apply all of them in the service of Krishna.
Yes,
We'll do
Prabhuji.
activity in the service of Krishna. That is why we offer everything to Krishna. Whatever we learn, if you know mathematics very well, and then you will know how to connect that with Krishna. That is my lookout. So this
Yes,
way we can offer the result to Krishna.
Yes, Prabhuji. I understood, Prabhuji. Thank you. Hare Krishna.
Prabhuji, can you please show the first life lesson?
First life lesson. Huh?
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna.
Prabhuji, I have a doubt.
Yeah.
Prabhuji, I didn't understand that super soul.
Super soul. Huh?
Yes,
First
Prabhuji.
life lesson. Have you seen first life lesson? Spiritual life will drive away sinful life automatically, as both are incompatible. So you have not understood super soul. So let me go to the super soul. Okay. Soul, then super soul. Paramatma, super soul, Paramatma is a supplier of the ingredients of the city. That means, actually, I will tell you one small story. Like, suppose sometimes we want to go to the ground for playing, and then our father will say it is hot sun, so many people are playing there, you will get affected if you go, especially this COVID time, don't go. But then you are making so much of halabala and you are saying, I want to go. And then he comes with you sometimes, or he sends his persons with you to look after you, right? Because he doesn't want you to be lost in that place. Similarly, when we wanted to come into this material world, Krishna is coming along with us in the form of Paramatma. Paramatma means soul. Paramatma means, para means higher, super soul, soul and super soul. Paramatma means a higher being, like that. So the Krishna himself comes along with the soul as the super soul, Paramatma, and is guiding us, because Krishna does not want us to be lost. Whichever body we are in, whichever way we are going to, Krishna is actually constantly supporting us, telling us what to do, what not to do. Sometimes we are not able to hear what Paramatma is telling. Therefore, we have trouble. But if you surrender to Krishna, surrender to a spiritual master, and learn the science of Bhagavad-gītā, we will become able to understand the guidance of Paramatma. Right? So that way, the super soul is actually coming along with us. He is the one who is guiding us in our life. And Paramatma awards everything to us according to our karma and how much we deserve. That much Krishna Paramatma is giving us opportunity to enjoy or suffer. Okay? Understood? Right.
Prabhuji, on chanting, Prabhuji, should we be chanting for 108 times or anything like that, Prabhuji? How?
Yes. Yes, we should actually chant the holy name of the Lord 108 times, 108 times. Every day, early morning, you are able to take bath, means take bath. Otherwise, you just wash your face, mouth, everything after brushing the teeth. And then, if you are in a place where it is so cold, you cannot take bath in the morning, then you fresh yourself, then change the cloth and sit down in front of Krishna and chant Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. While chanting, we use the bead, the Jabamala we use.
Okay.
Jabamala.
Prabhuji, can you please show the first life lesson?
First life lesson again.
Yeah,
Prabhuji, one more thing, Prabhuji.
Yeah.
Can we keep chanting in mind when we are doing some activity, like we are in kitchen doing something or any activity we are doing? Can we be chanting mentally?
Yes, sure. You can chant anytime. We are working only with the hands. Mouth is free, so you can chant the holy name. So with the mala, we chant like this. You don't use this finger. We hold the mala like this. We say Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. After that, we move one beat towards us like this.
Okay.
Next time chanting, next beat. Third chanting, fourth chanting. And then if you chant 108 times, you will finish one mala of chanting.
Okay, Prabhuji, thank you.
Thank you.
Life lesson.
Prabhuji, one question here.
Yeah.
So it's like almost impossible. To avoid any distractions while chanting, right? Because we will be in home and there will be some distractions because of kids and all those things, right? So how do we overcome that? Uh,
Actually, it is not that we have to totally. It is nice if you can concentrate. So therefore, early morning times are best times. Early morning times when you get up in the morning, the time everything will be peaceful around us. At that time, you can sit and concentrate and chant the holy name of Krishna. That is why chanting early in the morning, Brahma Muhurta is supposed to be the best activity, best thing to do. So that will be the best. Otherwise, you can chant some or other, you can chant, finish chanting, but then you just try to draw the attention again and again. Whenever it goes,
yeah,
bring it back. Whenever it goes, bring
yeah,
it back. Like that.
yeah. That's how it happens. So I just wanted
And
to.
best time is to chant early in the morning. There'll be no distraction. Everybody will be sleeping, and then you can.
Okay, thank you, Prabhuji.
Correct.
Prabhuji, is there any classes in Canada?
In Canada,
Yeah.
yeah, there are classes in Canada. I can share you some links if you want. I have to look into it actually from Bangalore. I will try.
Okay, Prabhuji. So the question is, how to know our guna or karma to choose a career when we grown up?
How to choose our career? Huh?
Yeah, to know our guna or karma when we grown up.
The point is, those days there were gurukulas where the teachers would help us to find out what is the character, what is the guna that we have got, and now that responsibility has fallen upon the parents. The parents should see the children how they're inclined. If they're inclined towards studying, they're inclined towards playing, they're inclined towards different things. So the inclination should be, actually, if it is not that all inclination should be encouraged, if it is in the wrong side, but actually we should know what is inclination. Normally what happens is, after the Annaprasna ceremony, after the first food giving ceremony, there is a uh, ritual, like you're keeping a Bhagavatam, you are keeping some gold, you are keeping some money, you are keeping something, some grains all around. And then you will let the child move and take what it likes. So the child goes and crawls and goes towards Bhagavatam or Bhagavad-gītā and touch the book. That means, okay, oh, this person is learning oriented. Another person goes and takes the grain. So this person is Vaishya oriented, means like business oriented, or this person is like this. You will be able to understand, right? Though those days, it's only very crude level of information, watch observation. But then, as the child grows, we can actually, the parents can see where he's giving more attention, where he's giving more interest. So accordingly, it's a parent's duty to actually see what is their guna, and the parents will know. The children may not know, because what is right, what is wrong, they don't know. The parents, that's why it's mentioned, if you don't know all these things, don't become a parent, don't become a guru. It is mentioned, guru nasyat putra nasyat. Therefore it is our duty, the parents duty, to guide the children properly, to take up their profession nicely. Okay, so you can ask your parents, what I was interested, what interest I am showing. You will also know to some extent, not that you will not know, but the parents will know more because they are seeing you from the child. Okay, Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Thank you.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
Yes. Okay, we'll see. We call today. Tomorrow is the sixth chapter. It's a very, very important chapter. Okay. How to know our guna, karma, or choose our career. So the parents, please add this number 944. Let me write down 944 547 997 in WhatsApp group. Your good name is Okay, sure. Thank you. Hare Krishna. This is Mail Hansi. Thank you. Hare Krishna. So we will see again tomorrow with the 6th chapter. Thank you. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Yeah, link of Bhagavad-gītā book we'll see. We'll see tomorrow. Okay, thank you. I said I will do it today, but I could not do it today. I was preoccupied. I will do it tomorrow. Thank you. Hare Krishna.